Hey, good morning. It is Tuesday, May the 2nd. Wow. We are in our last month. Um, Unbelievable. Sometimes it seems like it's gone really slow, and then sometimes it feels like it's just flown by. So I don't know where it is for you, but it sure is. It's good to be in May, right? I think April did everything it could to bring us May flowers, as they say. April showers bring May flowers. Well, we certainly had plenty of April showers. All right, we're going to dive in here and kind of get rolling. All right, so obviously no school yesterday. Checkpoint starts today. If you go under, remember it's a club. If you go under clubs, Checkpoint, you can sign up there. I'm not exactly sure what the spacing is for each of the classes. That's something you can ask Miss Rudy, but Checkpoint, that first class is today. We've got student shadows this week, so looks like we have at least one today. So welcome to you, and then some tomorrow, and then Thursday is chapel, and it is Faith Families. That's going to start at 8:30. It changes up our schedule a little bit. I will send that schedule out. The teachers have access to it as well. But Faith Families Chapel is on Thursday. All right. A couple of events this week. So this week, the 8th grade day away with Simply Venture is this week, Friday. The weather looks great. Who knows between now and then. And it looks like the location, there might be a little shift in the location because of the recent snow, but I know that Mrs. Naylor and Simply Venture are working on that. But that's going to be great. You're going to have a cookout, some hikes, some reflection time, some community time, and so that's going to be cool. And then, of course, Friday night, May 5, at 6 o'clock, DC takes over Slick City. That is a mom and son event. And I know that my son, I remember my son doing all those mom-son events, and it was great. It was really, really neat. They didn't really have that a whole lot when he was in middle school, but certainly did in high school, and it was awesome. So that was cool. That was cool. Looking forward to that for you all, that you have the opportunity to do that. Also, I may be off campus this week with the educational leadership team. This week, Friday. That's still tentative at this point, but I just wanted to put it on your radar now, just so you know, in case that does occur. All right. Let's see. I think. Let me check one more thing on my notes here. Oh yeah. Let's see. Dining hall cleanup crew, Delaney, Ava Simon, Gage, Kate, Carson, Anna Sedbrook, and Braden Fisher. You are the cleanup crew. You will hang around for a few minutes after everybody's out and take care of the tables. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, one more thing. So let's see. Let me scroll through here. The day away, it says location to be determined. It's the last Thursday on the 25th. The day away. Right now, I am looking at, and I think we'll end up this way. The 8th graders are going to go to Bear Creek Lake Park. And the 6th and 7th graders are going to go to Chatfield. So they're going to be in two different locations. Just found that Bear Creek Lake Park doesn't allow us to bring that many people. So that's out if we bring everybody together. We found at Chatfield, it's just too many students to manage in one place. So we thought dividing up. Plus, we thought it'd be cool if the 8th graders had their own place, just as they sort of one last hurrah before they head into high school And then we just thought, 6th and 7th grade, they're going to be together next year. Let's put them in the same location. So anyway, just keep an eye. Again, just a continuous reminder about the end of year details. So those are all on here. Also, the map testing window is still open. We're going to do our best this week to close that out. I know that some of you missed out last week on being here on some days, so we're going to do our best to get you caught up. We're going to try, with missing a full day where you get nothing done on the maps does make it tough because we've got to find an hour plus. But we'll try. We'll do our very, very best. There's some of you just have a few questions left. Great. Awesome. Let's see. I think that's it, gang. One last thing. 6th and 7th graders, you are going to be receiving an email in the next couple of weeks, maybe not this week, probably next week, about your electives for next fall, the first session. So I'm going to be sending an email out, and you'll be signing up. It'd be nice to get that done prior to next fall. So we're thinking about doing that. There's a little bit of a staffing change, which impacts things, but we're going to at least try to get that out. Okay, we're going to try to get that out next week. All right. So I was out at my son's college graduation this weekend, so I was not here this weekend, which means I was unable to attend church. It was amazing having my son finish up 8th grade. That was pretty remarkable milestone. He was the oldest. He is my oldest. And then it was amazing seeing him graduate from high school. That was also remarkable. It's an accomplishment. It's a lot of work. Just the academic rigor that he was challenged with here. And then we noticed a spark here in his advanced chemistry classes, and we just saw how passionate he became about his chemistry class. We're like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then he's leaving high school, and he's like, oh, I think I want to study chemistry in college. And so that was sort of the lens through which he saw the universities or colleges that he wanted to attend. But he appreciated, deeply appreciated being known, loved, seen, and heard here at Denver Christian, right? That was something he was not ready to let go of. And so he looked at the university through that lens and through the chemistry lens. So he chose his university, Calvin University, and so he chose that and went through that experience, studied chemistry, and then he decided to take it up a notch, and he is a certified American Chemical Society student, which means he had to take all these different classes in order to have that cord around his neck at graduation, and it actually made a huge difference for grad school. Nonetheless, it was so emotional. It was such an amazing experience watching my son walk across that stage and hear his name called. It was just remarkable. I pray and look forward to you all someday doing that as well. Anyway, it was pretty awesome. So often, I'm going to shift over to quick devotions here. Often we get caught up in fear, and our imagination usually goes more bonkers than the reality, and we start inventing things, and we talk to our friends, and we kind of spiral up, and we create something out of nothing, and fear does that. And the devotion here is fear has the power to do that, but hope works the same way. So let me read this. So Isaiah 43:1 says, "Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine, God says. I love the movie Monsters, Inc. Ever seen it? In the story, there's a world full of monsters who scare kids at night. They go into kids' closets through special doors, and they scare the heck out of them. And those screams are harnessed as the natural resources for the power of the monsters' lives. Okay? Think electricity, but the outlet is a screaming 5-year-old. Scaring and screaming seem normal to the monsters until one of them encounters a precious little girl who doesn't seem afraid at all. She thinks the monster is a pet, and she just laughs. It's a great movie. You should see it, if you haven't already, of course. When I watch that movie, here's what it shows me. Monsters only have the power we give them. Fear works the same way. We lose sleep dreading scenarios, relationships with friends, relationships with teachers, tests, where am I going to go next year, right? All of those things. We lose sleep over those, and we toss and we turn thinking about all these horrible outcomes. Like our imagination just goes crazy. And then we wake up to another new morning. We could have skipped over the sleepless nights if we had only given in to hope instead of fear. We might not be able to laugh like the little girl in the movie, but perhaps we could muster a grin, just a small little smile, knowing the outcomes are God's to decide, not ours. Fear is usually a story we tell ourselves. We tell ourselves people wouldn't love us if they really knew us. We tell ourselves trying means failure. Failure means worthlessness. So why would I risk when I have a chance to fail? I'm going to take the easy path. There's no risk there. So anyway, we don't need to be stuck looking up at the ceiling worrying. We can choose to tell ourselves a story of hope instead. One that says we've been here, or one that says we'll be even more loved when we're seen as we are. That the monsters really aren't that scary, and people aren't even real. Okay? The scary part isn't even real, right? The people that we're making up, that all this stuff, it's not real. Hope reminds us there's always grace when we fail. Hope reminds us we just might succeed too. The friendship might be healed through God's power too. Take all the power you're giving to fear and hand it over to hope instead. Have a great day. We'll see you in the halls. Take care. Bye.